Hiya. Today I wanted to talk about wastage and the effect it has on your business and your profit margin. Now, every business has wastage of some description, but what's inspired this video today is an experience I've had over the last few weeks with Wren and our kitchen. So thank you to Wren for the content. Basically, we've had an awful lot of wastage with Wren, be that a door's slightly damaged, or they've put the wrong thing in the box and sent it out to us, or as I said before, doors like little chips. We've had cupboards that are completely, it's like someone's literally got the cupboard and thrown it on the floor. It's just all like splintered and everything, all sorts. So we've had an awful lot of things go wrong. Some of that's another story, but the actual materials and the units themselves. And each time we've found one that's damaged, we've had to get it replaced. So obviously there's a lot there of wastage. The guy came and picked it all up, and some of what he picked up and took away the rubbish wise wasn't just our old kitchen, it was all the damaged bits of the kitchen, and other bits that just got sent for no reason, and yeah, things like that. So recently we did a webinar, building a better business, and one of the steps to build a better business is to reduce your cost of sales. The cost of sales, if you don't know that term, it's the bit of your expenses that actually goes towards your product or your service. So for example, with Wren, I'm going to stick with the kitchen example because it's just a follow through. With Wren, their cost of sales is the actual base units, the wall units, the base units, the doors, all the materials that make the kitchen. That's what they're selling. So cost of sales is the bits that go towards what you're selling. So it could be, if you are a product-based business or materials, it's the materials to make your product or the products you buy in to resell. If you're a service-based business, it could be your time, it could be your team's time, it could be a subcontractor's time where you've had them come in to do the work for you. So like with Wren, they subcontract their install to another team. So the subcontractors is part of their cost of sales. And one of the ways to reduce your cost of sales is reduce wastage. See where I'm going? So the impact of wastage can be huge, and it's not literally just the materials themselves. As I said to you, every business has got wastage. So it may be the materials, which is the big thing that you do see and the obvious thing, but it's then the deliveries, the additional deliveries to do that. It's the additional staff to sort out what's gone wrong, reordering new parts and everything like that. So you might be sitting there thinking, hold on a minute, you're talking about a huge business here, we're a small business, doesn't compare. But it does. Okay, every business, as I said, has got wastage of some description. You may not be as big as Wren, so you may not have as much wastage as Wren, but everyone's got it. A carpenter, if you make the cut in the wrong place, you've maybe wasted a whole piece of wood. If you buy the wrong paint, start painting the wall, realise it's the wrong paint, then you'll go back and get more paint, you've used the wrong paint. So there's loads of different things that you can waste, and of course it's not just the actual physical materials, as I said before, it's those additional deliveries. So if you've then got to pay an extra delivery to get the replacement parts or the replacement wood or whatever it is, even just going to the shop and back some more petrol that you're paying out for. Staying on like the construction theme, you've got a subby on site to do the work, or it could be you on site to do the work. The job's now delayed, so the subby can't do what they need to do, but you've still got to pay them the day's wage a lot of days later because they've been there, but you've got to pay them again to come back. You could be paying them to hang around and wait while the delivery arrives. You could be paying them loads of different things there. And then there's also the opportunity cost that you've got to think about. So it's the cost of getting it all sorted. It could be that you've got, like Wren in a big business, you've got people in customer services department, so you need to pay people in customer services to sort all these issues. in a smaller business, it may be your admin person or project manager type person. It could be you, the business owner. And whilst you're sorting that out, you're not doing what you should be doing. So as I said before, I've been talking there about trades and product businesses and things, but it does relate, as I said before, to all businesses. And even if you don't think you've got wastage, you have. For example, us. How many hours do you think we've wasted on hold to good old HMRC to sort out issues that aren't our fault, aren't our customers' faults? 9 times out of 10, if HMRC had done their job properly, it would never have happened. An estate agent, for example, if you're doing viewings with people, they don't turn up, you're sat there waiting for them. That's wasting your time. Even like video calls, if you're sitting waiting for somebody on a video call, or somebody doesn't answer the phone when you're expecting them to, when you've agreed a call, you've then got to wait for them to call you back, and you can't quite get on because you're waiting for them to call you back. Hairdressers, beauty salons, no-shows, that's wasting their time. And it could be they've bought products in specifically for that appointment as well, and now who knows if that's ever going to get used. So that's why some people, like hairdressers and beauty salons, are starting now to take deposits when you make your booking, because they don't want that impact of the wastage. So wastage isn't just materials, as I said before, it's materials, it's time, it's money, and opportunity cost, which is a really big thing as well. You're wasting your time doing things that you shouldn't be doing when you could be doing something better, making more money, going to that school play, going to pick up, taking your child to football, or you going to football or to golf, or whatever it is that you're not doing because you're having to sort that out. Now, not all wastage can be avoided or controlled, but a lot of it can. So I guess the idea of this video is, to the point, what can you do to reduce wastage in your business? What processes and procedures can you put in place to help this? Do you need a policy? Do you need a way of assessing things before they go out the door? Going back to Wren, I'd like to assume that they don't just box these things up knowing they're damaged and send them out the door. They check in the factory beforehand, but who knows? But things like that, what sort of processes can you put in place to make sure that you can reduce the wastage as much as possible? You're never going to eliminate it. There's always going to be times you're going to be wasting something. Probably your time is the biggest thing that you're going to find you're wasting. But what can you do to minimise that as much as possible? And when you do minimise that, your profit margin will go up. So I hope you found that helpful, my ramblings. And a huge thanks to Wren for the idea and the content, obviously. I'd love to say my kitchen's finished and Wren have sorted all the issues. They haven't. But I don't want to bash them because they have been very good in other areas. So don't let that put you off if you are looking at Wren for a new kitchen. Yeah, I hope you found the video helpful. If you've got any questions or you want to talk anything through about wastage, how you can stop wastage or anything like that, or anything really on how to build a better business, improve your profit margin, that's what we're here to do. So please do just get in contact. Hope to speak to you soon.